we'll have to wait and see. If Reckless is on point, this could work out very, very well. Otherwise, for KC, I mean, could that be any more bog standard of Wukong engaging and also just solving a lot of your issues with like healing and mana as well?
Yeah, a little bit of move speed, a little bit of healing as Reckless looks for Busio. Cosmic Binding coming out. Velia chucks a briefcase at him, but Busio holding on, able to walk his way out. Could use the heal earlier on in the lane.
You already have strong lanes, like just let them kind of do their thing. And then once Wukong ticks over to 6, once you're there for the counter gank, that's more going to be the thing, because like bot lane, you're not going to have like Wukong get sped up and try and hit you one time with the Q, and like, and same in mid lane, you're waiting on Yahoo to hit the level 6.
Over towards it, so it might be an early Dragon start here for KC. Looks like instead he's going to decide to go over to his Gromp.
Yeah, just spot a Mundo on that ward that just timed out on that bottom side, so doesn't want to start it up when you're going to have that bounce in the bot lane and you could be in a little bit of trouble. But speaking of Nemesis, taking a little bit of damage here from Yahoo in the mid lane.
Oh, Shockwave used just to clear the wave.
Also, like he's saying, like he has to keep going for these aggressive trades. Still has the passive.
Nice trade in there with the denting blows as well. Got the first prop. Doesn't quite get the red-white. He knows that Crowny can't really step up to him easily. Unless he has a Reckless in tow, will get the slow. There's the heal from Reckless for the extra movement speed.
Especially if you're KC, it's like, well, we've got Azir and Aphelios.
Oh, Crowny going in, transcending himself as he looks for the damage. There's the heal from Busio. Cosmic Binding just wide. Meanwhile, Velia actually invading Yike here. Stands next to the wall to make sure he gets that flash away. Crowny looking to see if he can work his way in from the bottom side of this fight, but it's going to be a bit tricky for him. Yahoo coming across, has that Emperor's Divide. Cosmic Binding divides Reckless back, who has the flash. Polymorph coming out, Moonlight Vigil as well. Reckless almost falls to the Calibrum and will go down. Can't get the Temple Fade out. Crowny opening up, Kalista able to flash to the back, and Velia falls as well. Lost Ratones have already lost 2. Crowny's going to have to burn his sums to get out of the pit, but Busio is waiting for him. Great flash away, flash in! It tastes purple as the blue wall is built by Lulu and Busio.
I didn't know purple tasted like dirt. KC finding that fight against Lost Ratones. I don't know, like, look.
Dashes out, flashes out, still can't escape. Now no summoners on that Yanara. Velia, a few moments ago we were talking about how it was KC that had to settle for the grubs. Now it's Lost Ratones who find that small consolation prize, and the gold swings in the favor of KC. Kalist has a BF sword to back up his Dirk. So it seems everything was rectified. Reckless stepping forward here. Doesn't have the flash, does have heal, and obviously the magical journey, but with the Cyclone to knock him up into the wild growth, he still gets through Polymorph. Tempered Fate not in time. Wukong goes golden as he claims his prize. Yike positioning that comes with the quest, where proxying actually benefits you a lot more than it does the player chasing you. However, Kana has support and Yahoo's here. Emperor's Divide into a nice little combo. Kana gets the roll quest complete. Yike trying to get in here as well. And Nimble strike across the wall, and there's the fight with a Shockwave, cease and desist. And he talked about a slam dunk. Well, and actually might even be going down here for Kana with a cannon minion there. He can take out the wave, let the cannon die, then take the tower, deny that little bit more gold. Baus was in range for the XP, but it's a 1.5k lead now for Kana with that first turret gold. Really fattening up his pockets.
Just keep my eyes on where everyone is for this dragon. Basic KC trying to force their way through on the bottom side, but it does mean that Crowny has to move around.
No Wallops come up for the follow-up CC. Baus is going to go in. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Velia's chasing forward. Baus trying to get away from this. Kana needs another couple of autos. He doesn't get the second, so he flashes. Baus flashes away. Oh, the boomerang tickled the heels of Baus, but he still escapes. Great Drake. It's a Chem Drake. Yahoo does have the Emperor's Divide, and it's TPing down towards the bottom side.
Yeah, Yahoo's forced out, which is why Lost Ratones now feel comfortable go for this, but the TP in, he's in behind them.
Kalist could look for the Moonlight Vigil. Flash Shockwave! Beautiful from Lost Ratones. The Cyclone coming out as Yahoo tries to join the fray. Crowny's going to have the flash, but Destiny's Smash finds its mark. Yike looking for Nemesis. Velia gets another, and Yahoo's not able to get the damage down in the end. The Mundo is sent on PTO, will fall. They'll still have that wild growth, but his jungler's on the top side, and I think KC have given up the ghost of this dragon. Will be one apiece.
Yeah, Nemesis and Reckless's ults are up way sooner, because I believe they were used, well, obviously Nemesis was used first, but I believe Reckless was used earlier to try and catch Yahoo as well. So in this position, just ult economy advantage for Lost Ratones.
Always found these avenues to approach the match to get themselves
they're
back.
in position to try and cover. Yahoo, hoping Busio can come here as well, because there's a lot of LR members.
Yike with the shotgun, Nemesis flashing away. As the Cyclone comes out, Shockwave dodged by Yahoo. Another Cyclone now, but Vellia's able to tank it. The Wild Growth coming in, Tempered Fate almost clipped the Lulu before she could get her ultimate off, and now Yikes in the middle of Lost Ratones. Another Polymorph coming out, but Velia claims the kill. It's a 5v3 on this top side now in favor of Lost Ratones, and they'll just set up for a kill and back away.
The confidence starting to come through here for Lost Ratones. The mid tower, the immediate run top, the picks are happening. And KC were scrambling to try and cover, but they're too late, and now Kana
needs to get out of here, doesn't have the flash, the Gnar into the wall, dodged by Nemesis, a wallop follow-up, but Crownie won't fall, and Kana will.
Kana trying here in the bottom side, and making it comfortable as Nemesis waits.
Nemesis has no flash, the Cyclone gets the first knockup, but for the second Temper Fate, just short of hitting Busio and Yahoo, but now Yike is behind enemy lines, and Lost Ratones can try and chase him down. Yike has a lot of tools in his toolkit to get out of this one. Crownie puts the fast out alteration down, flashes forward, and Yike will fall. Crownie claims it.
Whether the monkey had overextended, and Lost Ratones, it's a gold lead for them.
7-7, they take a 700 gold lead. Velia only going to keep scaling up through this game. Now, KC do have the tools in their arsenal to deal with a Mundo. Like, sometimes you see, if that's a Jhin instead of an Aphelios, you're worried.
Jhin to Leah.
Exactly. You need that grievous wound application. That's the last Whisper. As KC mostly playing towards the top side here. Bounce going in onto Kana. Now has to get out, but Kana's just going to chase him down. No real escape for Bounce, a solo. On the ball where he can is level 17, 2 levels higher than anyone else in the game. Reckless looking for him now, but misses the Cosmic Binding. Nemesis still on the chase. There's a Shockwave for the follow-up. Kana has the flash, will jump and flash into the pit as the Magical Journey goes for the follow-up. Nemesis flashes forward and finds him with the command attack. Meanwhile,
Velia will tick over to 16 by the time the next fight happens.
Yep.
And
it's a Baron
16
It's a Baron Red, white.
Try to change it, yeah.
Yeah, I love the call from KC. Kalist now has Calibrum and Crescendum, and Lost Ratones are left a little bit unawares. The Temper Fate comes out, Lost Ratones pulled away from the Drake that they were looking for, but good. Yike looking for that flank position. Lost Ratones, Nimbus strike forward, there's a Cyclone, the follow-up with the Moonlight Vigil as well into the Polymorph. Nemesis goes on a rampage, but immediately we see Crownie falling. Kalist going low though, as well as Nemesis continues to open up. Kana has the Gnar, but no flash, remember, as Yike dodges across the wall. The chase now onto that Gnar. As Bouse, Reckless, and Nemesis survive the onslaught of KC.
The punch back from Lost Ratones, taking out both Kalist and Yahoo, was devastating for KC in that one. They should be able to just fall back over towards the Dragon and pick that up. Kalist goes next, and now it's KC. Reckless trying to buy time.
There's the smite. There's the Drake over to KC.
And that was my worry, was if you end up giving that time over, KC can then get back in, regardless of whether for Crownie, which means he's going to be massive as well. And Velia, he's on the hunt.
Corellis try and get away. Use the decoy. Yike going back in. Kalist tries to open up onto Crownie. Cease and desist coming out from Bouse. They're going to lock up Kalist, but Bouse is in the middle of them all with a polymorph, and Kalist survives through it. Lost Ratones couldn't chase any further. And now KC on the front foot, 4v5 in their favor. Crownie very low as Kana looks for a little bit more. Is about to go Mega. Doesn't have the vision in that bush. Reckless and Nemesis able to dodge away. The Baron going to be begun here for KC. Not the best guns for Kalist.
Doesn't matter, Crownie has to reset. The only way that this can work is if Nemesis was to get some massive shockwave, and that ends it right there. But look at the positioning from KC. They're going to threaten mid-wave, deny any access, and Lost Ratones, they want to just move on to the bot wave that was stacking and try and at least get some plates, if not the turret, in trade.
On their way down, Yahoo using the Sun Disc here. Scryer's Bloom coming out, Yike on that flank, Kalist stepping forward. Cyclone onto the backline, Velia now the target, but the Cyclone's not going to get the knockup. Tempered Fate going on to Yahoo, who does still have that Emperor Divide. Moonlight Vigil out with the Infernum, will do a little bit of work. Bouse jumping forward, Kana about to go Mega here as well, and Lost Ratones need to respect the Gnar. Level 20, bounces his way out, the Drake is up, and Lost Ratones, a lot of them sitting at half HP. Looks like Kalist will turn his attention to the Drake first.
There's no vision, so they actually don't know where Kalist is, or they started that ward just showing it, but Kalist had already finished it off. KC kind of bluffing their way through that off of Kana.
And actually with this performance, then they have been impressed with previously is the Tempered Fate, the auto for the slow. Reckless finds the Cosmic Binding as well, and there's the follow-up. But the Wild Good Season Assist dives onto Kalisk, who has to clutch away himself. Meanwhile, Yikes on the backline, but the Cyclone has to use his decoy to try and get away. Kalisk kills off Faust. Kano in the middle of them, does have that Gnar, does have his flash, can look for Moonlight Vigil. Gravitum onto Nemesis, yeeted back the stopwatch in time. Velia now trying to protect his mid laner, but an Emperor's Divide and a flash is enough to take down his Nemesis. The resurrection for Crownie will not last for long as KC find the fight.
The mechanics is KC, who are now barreling towards the nexus of the Rats.
Some sort of miraculous heroic defense from Velia and from Reckless needs to be enacted, because otherwise KC as 5 are going to take down these Nexus towers. Kalist opens up and immediately they melt in front of him. A hot knife through butter as KC will take the win, will go 2-1 and will mean that Los Ratones end week 1 without a win.
A hard-fought fight for Los Ratones.